There is a specific feeling that almost everyone has had, and almost no one has a word for. You are in a place that should be full of people, but it is empty. An office building at midnight, a school hallway during summer, a shopping mall in the last hour before it closes, when the lights are still on, but everyone has gone. And something happens in your chest. Not fear exactly, not sadness exactly. A kind of quiet ache, a sense that the place is holding its breath, that you have stepped outside of ordinary time and into somewhere that does not quite belong to the normal world. You feel nostalgic for a moment you never actually lived. Homesick for a place that was never your home. It is one of the strangest experiences a human being can have, and the fact that it is so common and so hard to name tells us something important about how the mind works, and about what these empty spaces are quietly showing us. The French anthropologist Marc Auger gave these spaces a name. He called them non-places. Airports, highways, waiting rooms, hotel corridors, supermarkets, parking structures. Auger's insight was that these are spaces designed not to be dwelled in, but to be passed through. A home is a place. It holds memory, identity, relationship. A highway is a non-place. It holds nothing. It only moves you from one place to another. Non-places are defined by transience. No one is from an airport. No one's childhood happened in a parking garage. These spaces are built for a function, and the function requires people flowing through them constantly. So when you encounter one empty, a deserted airport terminal, a silent shopping center, you are seeing something the space was never designed to be seen as. Still, the endless movement these places were built to contain has stopped, and in that stillness, the strangeness that was always there becomes visible. You are looking at the skeleton of modern life with all the flesh of activity stripped away. And some part of you recognizes what you are actually looking at. There is a German word for this that goes deeper than any English equivalent. Unheimlich. Usually translated as uncanny, but literally it means unhomely. The unhomely, the unfamiliar hiding inside the familiar. Sigmund Freud wrote an entire essay on it, and what fascinated him was that the uncanny is not caused by strange things. It is caused by familiar things that have become strange. A doll that looks almost alive, a face that is almost symmetrical, a place you know well, encountered under conditions that reveal a side of it you had never seen. The empty mall is uncanny precisely because you know exactly what it should look like. You have been in 100 crowded malls. The template is burned into you. So when you see it empty, your mind holds two images at once: the remembered fullness, the present emptiness. And the gap between them opens up like a crack in reality. Through that crack, you glimpse something you normally keep hidden. That all of it, the crowds, the noise, the ceaseless activity, is temporary. That it can stop. That one day, for you, it will. Here is where an ancient idea meets this very modern feeling. At the center of Buddhist thought is a single word, anicca, impermanence. The teaching that everything, every object, every person, every arrangement of atoms, every moment is in constant, unstoppable flux. Nothing stays, nothing holds. Everything that appears is already in the process of disappearing. Most of the time, you are protected from feeling this. The sheer busyness of life, the crowds, the tasks, the noise, the notifications, forms a kind of screen. A screen that hides the raw fact of impermanence behind a wall of constant motion. But an empty place tears a hole in that screen. When you stand in a space built for hundreds and find it holding no one, you are looking directly at impermanence. The people were here, now they are gone. They will return, and then they will be gone again. And one final time, they will be gone for good, and the building itself will crumble, and the site will become something else. The empty place is a memento mori. A reminder in concrete and fluorescent light that all fullness is on loan. The ache you feel is not irrational. It is the most rational feeling there is. It is your nervous system briefly telling you the truth about time. So, what do you do with this feeling? The one that arrives in silent hallways and vacant lots and the last lit hour of an empty store. Most people run from it. They fill the silence. They reach for the phone. They leave the room. But there is another option. You can stay. You can recognize that the discomfort is not a malfunction. It is contact with something real, something the noise usually hides. The great meditative traditions did not run from impermanence. They walked directly into it. Because on the other side of the ache is something the ache is pointing toward. If everything is temporary, then this moment, the one you are in right now, is rare beyond comprehension. It will never happen again. The empty place does not only whisper that things end, it whispers that things are happening at all, that there was fullness, that there is this strange, brief, lit-up chance to be here and notice it. The feeling you could never name was never about the empty room. It was about you, about the fact that you too are passing through. And that passing through, fully awake, might be the entire point. This is the Outlier protocol. If this found you at the right time, you know what to do.